And it's yet another great day that we meet up here on MISHAPI Voice TV, Africa's vision in the world. And it's that time for MISHAPI Voice TV English News Update. Hoping you're having a blessed time from wherever you're watching us from our English news desk. We have a lot from the local, international and sports news, and more so our recap of the best headlines of the week. Before I give you more, let me give you the headlines. Congo sends a letter to the Basketball Association to request the termination of the sponsorship agreement of the African Basketball League. Police managed to deal with an attempted robbery in Binza Pigeon district located in Galiema Street. The African Court on Human Rights People Right held a second hearing in the case between Congo and Rwanda. Professor Jacques Mayembe, a famous virologist, was decorated with the French Legion of Honor. And on Matter Sports, Brighton recorded their second win over Chelsea in a week following a win in the FA Cup. Welcome. The Democratic Republic of Congo sent a letter to the Basketball Association to request the termination of the sponsorship agreement of the African Basketball League with several Rwandan entities, especially Visit Rwanda and Rwanda IR, following invasion of large areas of Eastern region by Rwandan soldiers. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Therese Kayikwamba, wrote to the Commissioner of NBA, Adam Silva, to express her concerns about the close relationship between NBA and Rwanda. She emphasizes that Rwanda's guilt in this conflict has become indisputable after a group of United Nations experts noted that 4,000 soldiers are fully supporting M23. The United Nations also estimated that nearly 3,000 people have lost their lives, including 17 UN peacekeepers. The letter raised concerns about the sources of fundings for basketball funding in Rwanda, noting that millions of tons of valuable minerals have been illegally mined in areas occupied by Rwandan soldiers. And on the morning of Friday, February 14th, the police managed to deal with an attempted robbery in Binza Pigeon district located in Galiema Street. The criminals were trying to enter a house in this neighborhood where several leaders live. They fled, leaving their car behind, which police say it may be important for investigations. It was discovered that they wanted to enter the house of a patriot in Jiwa district, and after being alerted, the police quickly reached the scene when the criminal opened fire first. No human loss was recorded. And moving on is that the African Court on Human and People Rights held a second hearing in the case between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. This hearing focused on the acceptance of the request submitted by Congo accusing Rwanda of serious human rights violation. Since the beginning of the hearing, the defense side of Rwanda wanted to block the procedure, saying that Congo request must be declared inadmissible. The Rwandan lawyers confirmed that the local and regional procedure are not fully completed, thus making an appeal to ACHRP early. Rwanda's defense requested court to adjourn the case pending the judgment of the Court of Justice of East African Community EAC, a move that Congo strongly opposed. The DRC delegation, led by Samuel Mbemba, advocated the acceptance of his request. The Deputy Minister of Justice stressed that Rwanda is afraid of a thorough investigation of file, especially in relation to the mysterious crime it's accused of. According to him, this is the real reason for objection. Professor Jacques Mayembe, a famous virologist, was decorated with the French Legion of Honor. The event was held on Wednesday, February 12th at the residence of the ambassador in Kinshasa. This distinction, which makes him a scholar of the highest award of the French Republic, was awarded in recognition of his scientific research that contributed to the development of knowledge on various infectious diseases at the international level, especially Ebola. For the French ambassador Remy Marecats, Mayembe's main characteristic lies in his willing to teach the next generation. The Director General of National Institute of Biomedical Research in Kinshasa, Mayembe has been the co-discoverer of the Ebola virus since 1976. He has already received several other awards, including the Marie X Prize from the Institut de France the Hideo Neguchi Africa Prize in Tokyo in 2019, the doctor of Harvard's 10 most famous scientists between 2018 and 2019, and lastly, while the magazine recognized him as one of the 100 most famous people in the world during that period. And that's all from our local coverage. We now dive into international update, where thousands of Germans participated in major climate protests across the country ahead of the upcoming federal election scheduled for 23rd of February. Protests were organized by the Global Youth-led Climate Strike Organization Friday for Future. The group says that more than 100,000 demonstrators participated in the nationwide protest in more than 150 locations. Climate activists in Germany say the crisis has been completely ignored and overshadowed by other issues like economic and immigration in the upcoming vote. The far-right Alternative for German Party has often dismissed the climate crisis and have routinely called to end all major climate efforts in Germany. Activists say they are determined to continue protesting to raise awareness to the issue and push for change. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky met with US Vice President J.D. Vance on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference in Germany. Zelensky told Vance at the meeting that Ukraine requires security guarantees before any meeting can be held with Putin. The Ukraine leader also stressed that the need for Europe to be involved in any potential peace talks, adding that Ukraine's security affects Europe's security. Vance agreed with Zelensky, noting that Washington is interested in brokering a quote durable and lasting peace and not a deal which could throw Eastern Europe in conflict in just a few years. Zelensky described the meeting as productive and also stressed that no deal will be reached in Munich, noting that any deal must involve US President Donald Trump, who is not attending the event. And this is Africa's vision in the world, MISHAPI Voice TV. That international news takes us for a short break. Don't touch the dial, I'll be back with more on sports. Brighton recorded their second win over Chelsea in a week, following up their FA success with a 3-0 victory at LIMEX Stadium. After long negotiation, Jamal Musiala signs a new deal at Bayern Munich until June 2030. This deal comes following a new deal signing by Manuel Neuer and Alphonso Davies. And now we dive into our recap of the week, where French MPs Thierry Mariani and Marc Botenga announced that European Parliament voted to support the resolution asking the European Commission to immediately suspend and review the Memorandum of Understanding on Essential Raw Materials signed between the European and Rwanda. This article, adopted by many according to its founder MP Marc Botenga, also offers a re-examination of the military agreement with Rwanda. Several reports by international organizations state that the looting of the Democratic Republic of Congo's natural resources by Rwanda is the main reason for the presence of Rwandan soldiers in Congo, causing thousands of deaths in the recent weeks. In a recent interview that went viral, Rwandan President Paul Kagame made it known early that he doesn't care about any sanctions that may be taken against him or his country by international community. And lastly is that Romania has registered the lowest natality rate in the century, with figures showing that less than 150 babies were born last year. Rural parts of the country have seen schools and kindergarten forced to shut down due to lack of children available to attend courses. In urban areas, many choose to put their careers first and instead have children at a later age. Romanian specialists are attributing these changes to a normal process of modernization, which should not scare anyone, pointing out that the same process is underway in many other European countries.
Cheltuielile zilnice nu mi-ar permite să mai cresc și un copil pe lângă. Mă gândesc la carieră deocamdată, vreau să mă împlinesc profesional atât eu cât și soțul meu.
Situația este destul de dramatică. Anul trecut am avut 17 înmormântări și din păcate niciun botez.
And that marks the end of our English news bulletin. It's always a pleasure. Enough appreciation and thanks for choosing MISHAPI Voice TV as your #1 television. Remember, we are Africa's vision in the world. You can get more of this news update and program lineup by following us at MISHAPI Voice TV. Have a blessed time and a blessed weekend. Same way, I'm Crispin Otieno.